Hi, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, a place where you can learn about body language and nonverbal communication. If you pay attention to these videos in due time, you're going to be able to read an individual from top to bottom. We keep it plain and simple, and just tell you what you need to know about the human form and mind. So without further ado, if you enjoy what you hear, click like, click subscribe, feel free to leave a comment, and we're going to get straight onto the lesson. So, today we're going to be talking about what may end up quite a long video, right? So we're going to talk about masculinity and when it comes to the attraction of a female, how an individual can emphasize masculinity, okay? So when a person wants to attract the opposite sex, they can do so by emphasizing their sexual differences. Alright? So in the dance of life and sexuality, there's the masculine and the feminine, the yin and yang. When it comes to the masculine and the feminine, the difference in the physical creates the piece of the jigsaw the other needs in order to procreate and to form as one. So, when a man is around a woman he's sexually attracted to and is relatively confident, there's a potential that subconsciously the lower back will come in, and in doing so the chest will protrude, mighty like a lion. The stomach may pull in, perhaps even tense with some people, okay? The body will assume an erect posture, so the individual will walk taller, and an individual may walk with a livelier bounce in the balls of their feet. They may display more movement with the arms to display health and vitality, conveying a biological message that I'm here to procreate and I'm healthy and I'll be a fantastic father to the children given you pick me, which is why I'm advertising myself like this, right? So a man will stand taller. A man will expand his chest to appear strong and manly. And on the flip side, we won't go into too much depth, but on the flip side, what a woman will do is respond by acting submissive, accenting her femininity and submissive aspects rather so than the masculine and dominant man. She will submit through exposure of sensitive areas, such as the neck and the wrists and the stomach, and so on and so forth. Okay? So when we talk about dominance and the man and accenting and emphasizing that masculinity, I'm going to do separate videos on all of these little aspects to really go into some depth. But let's start with the height of the individual. So women like men who are taller. Why is that? Is that a choice? Is that peer pressure? No, it's down to a biological need of protection. It's the dance of the masculine and the feminine. It's not too often you see a man in relations with a woman whom is shorter than the woman. And if so, there may be some compensation in other aspects. Status, financial stability, or other places as the way they can provide, but maybe more so in a father provision role rather so than a sexual hyper masculine position. Okay? So height is important, and naturally the man will walk taller. Keep the head up strong. Expose the neck, because exposing the neck is a declaration of fearlessness, because you're not scared of being attacked. And in a way, the man may potentially look down the nose at the woman. such as the boss looking at the subordinate or the police officer looking at the criminal, but not necessarily in a derogatory way, but more so in a position of authority. Okay, we're speaking about dominance here, masculinity. Men go to the gym to improve the size of their muscles and their strength. We might not necessarily need that strength as we once did. We might not need big strong muscles as we once did, but as we know, most of these behaviours and most of the wiring that goes on in our brain are still aligned to the animals, the primitive beasts we used to be. So it still exists. A big pair of arms is still gonna impress a woman, even though you might not necessarily have any use for them. It means she can be sheltered by them. It means she can be protected by them in the face of potential predators. And as we're speaking about, it emphasizes the masculine. The woman doesn't have the upper body strength or genetic of that of a man. So that's why you see men walking around with big chests, big arms and small legs. And you see the vice versa. You see women walking around with a small upper body but big, strong lower body, accenting the feminine. The glutes, the hamstrings, the quads. Okay? When we talk about health and youthful energy, we may speak primarily on body fat. Well, there's more to talk about, but when we talk about the physical, we're going to talk about body fat. The lower individual's body fat, the healthier that man is. When we speak about a woman loves abs, abdominals, a six-pack, yeah? It's not necessarily a six-pack. It's not necessarily the muscle growth. It's more so the lack of body fat. Because abdominal muscles are exposed when body fat is low. It's not necessarily down to muscle mass. Okay? But what does it mean? Why would a woman be interested in low body fat? Because it shows that this individual is healthy and isn't going to be having a heart attack or any sort of issues when rearing the kids. That man is going to be able to survive the 18 years necessary for this child to grow up. You understand? When it comes to health as well, we can look at the hair of an individual. We are subconsciously attracted to an individual's hair because it represents the health of the individual. It's an outwards projection. The condition of a hair is important. When it comes to physical strength, the separation to women is incredible. So the stronger a man is, the burlier a man is, the more you separate the yin and the yang. Okay? Now don't get me wrong, I'm going to do a video on the feminine. Because when you see the yin and yang, what you see is the black dot within the white. And the white dot within the black. That's the feminine inside the masculine and the masculine inside the feminine. As a man, you would be silly to not be in touch with your femininity. To not be in touch with your creative side. To not be in touch with empathy. To not be in touch with your sensitivity and the other half of our human nature. The intuition. Okay? So when we look at the strength of a man, we look at the traps. We look at the forearms, the shoulders, the arms. All particular muscle groups as to which you won't see enlarged on a woman for the most part. Traps and forearms in particular are significant of strength and power. These are grown through the deadlift. These are grown through picking the heaviest object you can off of the floor. One of the most primitive, natural and organic displays of strength a man can show. This shows protection against predators. A woman has to live a life around men. And there's a lot of men out there who aren't intelligent and can't keep themselves to themselves. So throughout life, there's an exposure to potential predators. So when you're there with an individual and you show strength, physical strength, size, scale, dominance, that's a very powerful position to be in, to be able to protect and comfort the potential mother of your child and offspring. To finish, we can talk about the glutes of a man. What most would deem inappropriate and feminine, the glutes are significant of insemination and being able to create children, to be able to charge in ways I'll let your imagination conjure. Women love them, and if you are into the development of the physical form, it's good to train them, because that will put you in a position above and beyond the men who deem it inappropriate because they aren't aware of this information, you see. So this was a little overview of emphasizing masculinity and emphasizing the sexual difference between the man and the woman to be attractive to the feminine. I hope this has been of benefit. I hope this has given you food for thought. I hope you've enjoyed. Click like, click subscribe. We've got more to come. Thank you. Goodbye.